Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako po ay si Maricor de Villa, Executive Director ng TKPFI or Talita Kumi Philippines Foundation, Inc. Ito po ang aming TK portion at ipakikilala namin sa inyo lahat ng mga hardworking women and some men behind TKPFI and our partnership also with MBG. Ang una kong pakikilala sa inyo ay hindi na kailangan ng mahabang introduction. Siya po ay inspiration and icon to so many, including the members of MBG and TKPFI. She is chairperson and president of TKPFI and also national president of the Mother Butler Guild. She is, of course, my mom, Ambassador Henrietta T. De Villa.
Believers must always remember our origin. I remember it was late October of 2016 when a question came to mind. Sinasong what is it, Jesus? What am I? What am I? An ordinary laywoman? A simple housewife? What am I that you should love me in a way that makes me feel to be your dearest love of all? And then a question came to mind too. What is it that I can still do, how can I still serve Jesus in a new way, with new life, with new love? And I went to bed thinking of that. I had a dream that night. Nanaginip ako Kitang-kita ko si Jesus. I saw Jesus hold the hand of a dead young girl. And the young dead girl stood up, walked, and her life was returned to her. Nakita ko na yun. Alam ko nakita ko na yun When I woke up, so I rushed to get my Bible, and true enough, it was there in chapter 5 of the Gospel of St. Mark. Jesus, taking pity on the dead young daughter of a synagogue official, took the hand of the little girl and said, "Talita kum." Little girl, I say to you, arise. And the dead little girl stood up, walked around, alive again. And Jesus told the ones in the room, give her something to eat. I knew right away the new service Jesus wanted. Ang ganda po sa ating sariling wika Kaya, doon sa Gospel ni San Marco, chapter 5, ang sabi doon, hinawakan ni Jesus ang kamay ng patay na batang babae. At sinabi niya, Talita kumi, ineng, sinasabi ko sa iyo, magbangon ka. At bumangon ang bata, lumakad. At ang sinabi ni Jesus sa mga nandun sa kwarto, bigyan niyo siya ng pagkain. Naku, ganun nag-umpisa ang Talita Kumi Philippines Foundation, INC. It was born on that day. TKPFI looks for little girls in very, very poor and dehumanizing situations. And we look for them to give them something to eat. For their body, food, drink, and medicine. For their mind, education. For their heart, to know Jesus. To know Jesus. Because building a better world happens best in the heart of a young girl. And young girls are mothers of the future. Nakita ko po sa periodiko, headline, minsan, pinagbababaril ang isang suspected drug addict sa harap ng kanyang anak. Kaya ang unang lugar na pinuntahan ng TKPFI ay ang Caloocan. Doon, nakaipon kami ng 10 inengs, anak ng mga EJK victim families. 10 ineng sa Imus, Cavite, anak ng mga dukha at ng mga bilanggo. 10 inengs, anak ng mga naghihikahos na BEC families. At in-enroll po ng TKPFI ang mga inengs namin sa Catholic schools para ganon talagang makilala nila si Jesus. At yung mga nagtuturo sa kanila sa pananampalataya, tinawag naming faith enablers. Yun naman pong mga donors na nagbibigay ng pondo para sa kanilang pagkain at pag-aaral, hope enablers. At yung mga mother butlers na nagsusubaybay at nagsisikap ibangon ang mga ineng, love enablers. Alam niyo po, nakakatuwa. Sa pagsisikap ng TKPFI, ibangon ang aming mga talita kumi inengs, daman-dama din po namin na kami ay binabangon din ni Kristo patungo sa Ama, Diyos ay pag-ibig. And so the network of love is enlarged. TKPFI inengs with their parents and guardians, TKPFI faith, hope, and love enablers, we can all now sing together, "What am I, Jesus, that you should love me and hold me as your dearest love of all? Jesus, our origin, our way, our destination."
Thank you, Ambassador De Villa, Ma'am. Next, I would like to present somebody who is an integral part of TKPFI. He is our help or our aid for all things spiritual, but also he brings to the table so many wise things that we learn from and so many insights that we pick up from in running TKPFI. He is parish priest of Santuario de San Paulo and vicar general of the Diocese of Novaliches. He is also vice chairman of TKPFI, Monsignor Romulo Rañada.
Maraming salamat, Maricor. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Monsignor Jesus Romulo Rañada, sabi nga ni Maricor, parish priest ng Santuario de San Paulo sa Casamilan sa Diocese of Novaliches. Ako din po ay Vicar General ng aming diocese with particular focus on administration. Ako rin po ay nagtuturo sa mga seminaryo. Ang akin pong gawain ay mag-form ng mga lay people sa Diocese of Novaliches. Isang araw po, noong 2017, nakatanggap po ako ng tawag mula sa aking minamahal at hinahangaan na si Ma'am Tita De Villa. At inanyayahan niya po ako na kung pwede akong makilahok sa bagong itatatag niyang Talita Kumi Foundation Philippines Incorporated. Wala po ako masyadong alam sa bagay na ito, subalit dahil si Ma'am Tita ang nag-asa akin, I was just too glad to once again work with her. So here I am with the foundation. I was a member for a year or so, and then eventually I was asked also to serve as vice chairman. I'm just too happy to be with the Talita Kumi Foundation and meeting people who are deeply concerned about the plight of the poor, especially poor little children. The idea of helping these little children, especially girls, to raise them up, to help educate them, and provide them with a better future is something that I truly welcome in my own ministry. The invitation was like asking me to leave the comfort of the office, doing administrative work, and perhaps also doing more academic work, and plunging myself into something truly special. It's like Jesus inviting me as he invited Peter, James, and John to join him in that room where a little young girl lay dead. Sinasabi nga po ni Ma'am Tita how Jesus raised that little girl. Talita kumi, little girl, rise, arise, magbangon ka. Natutuwa ang mga magulang nang makita nila muli ang kanilang anak na makatayo at makita nilang lumalakad at buhay. Sino po ang hindi matutuwa sa ganung malaking himala? Si Jesus lang po ang makagagawa nun, subalit inanyayahan niya ang kanyang mga alagad na makita ang kanyang ginawa. Perhaps this is Jesus' way of teaching his disciples what it means to fish. Mamalakayan ng mga tao, mag-akay sa mga tao, muling ibangon ang mga tao, lalo't kung ang mga taong ito ay mga mumunting bata. Kaya ako po'y natutuwa na maging bahagi ng Talita Kumi Foundation. MBG was established in 1961. I was born in 1962. That means MBG is a year and a half older than I because I was born December 24, 1962. And I have known the MBG as a group of women who serve the parish churches in their capacity as virtually sacristan, taking care of the sanctuary, cleaning up, taking care of the sacristy and all the needs of the parish priest, all the liturgical paraphernalia. And MBGs would always be addressed in the parishes, tita, if not mommy. I have worked with MBG for many years as a priest, as an assistant parish priest, and as parish priest as well. And I have seen their work. Tahimik, hindi nakikita, lalo't pag nagdiriwang ng banal na misa, subalit alam natin, alam ko, alam ng lahat na sila'y mga tunay na lingkod ng ating simbahan. At ito ay kanilang binibigyan ng halaga because they have seen Jesus in the Eucharist. 56 years later, in 2017, when Talita Kumi Foundation was established by no less than the president of the MBG, a new development has happened. The president, Ma'am Tita, has seen Jesus not only in the Eucharist, but in the poor. Seeing Jesus in the poor, especially seeing Jesus in the little girls, the least, the poor. Kung makikita po natin ang mga tinutulungan ng Talita Kumi, makikita natin talaga yung kanilang karukhaan. Kung hindi sila tutulungan, I cannot imagine what kind of future awaits them, or if ever there is a future for them. It's a great development for Ma'am Tita to see this particular project and establish it not only as part of the MBG, their ministry, their life, and perhaps their own legacy, but to see this really as an important part of seeing Jesus in the Eucharist. To see Jesus in the Eucharist leads you to see Jesus in the poor. And seeing Jesus in the poor makes seeing Jesus in the Eucharist truly meaningful. And that is why for the MBG to partner with Talita Kumi Foundation officially in 2019 is really a wonderful gift. Not only for us, but for them. For many years, they have seen Jesus in their ministry in the parish church, doing work in the sacristy and the sanctuary. But this time, heeding Pope Francis' call to go out in the peripheries, that's exactly what MBG's sisters, titas, mommies are doing right now. It's like a call to greater heights, or perhaps a call to going into the deep. The little girls, who knows, they might eventually become MBG. Wouldn't it be great to see that those little girls who were hopeless grow, develop, learn from parochial schools the values of the gospel, and eventually become also somebody who serves in the church, inspired by the dedication of the MBG sisters, inspired by Jesus in the heart and mind of its founder, Ma'am Tita de Villa. I wish Talita Kumi well in the years ahead, as I wish the MBG happy diamond anniversary. It's a perfect gift. After 60 years, MBG has grown and developed. It's not just all about worship. It's also about formation and action. Jesus points you to the poor, and you discover Jesus there. And you go back to the sacristy and the sanctuary feeling blessed. You are truly blessed, mga MBG. And I'm happy to be part of your growth and development. Maligayang anibersaryo po sa inyo lahat.
Yung amin ipakikilala is a woman whose dedication and commitment to both MBG and TKPFI are unquestionable. She also has a very big heart. She is president of MBG, Diocese of Parañaque, and board member of TKPFI. She was recently appointed liaison coordinator of MBG TKPFI. Mrs. Cynthia Cabrera.
Thank you, Maricor, for the introduction. Greetings, everyone. I am honored to speak about the partnership of the Mother Butler Guild and the Talita Kumi Philippines Foundation, Inc. As MBG, we Catholic lay women strive to live as authentic Christians. We hope to bring the love and service of Jesus into our lives and the lives of all those around us. We live in very trying times. For many of our neighbors, it has become difficult to feel Jesus' love in their lives. It is easy to despair and feel hopeless. Now more than ever, we are asked to rise to that challenge. Due to extreme poverty and crime, the education of the Filipino child has taken a back seat. These social ills have devastated families and institutions, turning innocent children into victims. Talita Kumi hands us this golden opportunity to bring that love and service into the lives of our scholars. These young girls who, with our support, nurturing, and love, can grow up to be fine women. Through Talita Kumi, some of our fellow MBGs act as second mothers to these girls. The problems and difficulties facing our nation loom large. It feels as though there is so little one person can do about any of them that it is easy to fall into despair. But if we can make a difference in even a single person's life, if we can provide even one girl the support she needs to grow up to be a productive member of society who is spiritually well-grounded, that would be more than worthwhile. Being involved in both MBG and Talita Kumi make me so proud. We strive to touch the lives of those around us and embody the humble service that Jesus calls on each of us to provide. Happy Diamond Jubilee to all of us.
Thank you, Cynthia. Our beloved TK Treasurer and Site Coordinator, who is also President of MBG of the Diocese of Imus, Mrs. Consuelo Abaya, is sadly unable to join us today. In her stead, we have two of the selfless love enablers from the Diocese of Imus, Sylvia Messina and Delta De Leon. They will also introduce two of our TK Inengs from their site.
Thank you, Maricor. Magandang buhay sa ating lahat. Ako po si Sylvia Messina at ito namang kasama ko ay si Delta or Agida.
Yes.
We stand before you very nervous because we have to represent our site coordinator and also our diocesan president for the Imus Diocese. As she is indisposed. Though she is indisposed, she had to force herself to go with her children and her husband out of because though Mrs. Abaya or Ma'am Elo is used to having scholars, this is the first time na nagkaroon siya ng scholars na talaga palang hindi lang financial help ang kailangan, kung hindi, kasi kung ordinary scholars, it is only financial help and then look at the grades. But this time, not only financial help, but the physical assistance, the emotional and spiritual assistance are given to these scholars. It is really a big change according to Mrs. Abaya. Gawa ng this time, through this love enablers, she was able to realize what it is, what is the life of a poor family. Na talagang parang nagkaroon siya ng extended family. Lahat nakikilala niya isa-isa at usually ang makulit ang mga parents. So, Mrs. Abaya is very thankful to the Talita Kumi kasi she had the opportunity also to be of service. And even though kailangan namin ng pasensya, ng understanding, ng tiyaga because of these scholars, still we find fulfillment and it is really a challenge for us. We would sana this pandemic will be finished soon so that we could go on with life and then we could get more volunteers for the donations. Thank you very much. Now we would like introduce first our scholars, Cavite scholars, Lorna Ilaw, and also the other one is Princess Almira Araneta.
Thank you, Diocese of Imus. Ngayon naman po, ipakikilala namin ang next site namin. She is all things to both MBG as Vice President for Household Concerns with the MBG National Executive Board, as site coordinator also of TKPFI, Diocese of Caloocan, and is also a TKPFI board member. Tireless, compassionate, hardworking, Mrs. Nancy Absede.
I am Nancy Absede of Diocese of Caloocan, and I am one of the enabler of the Talita Komi Foundation Philippine Incorporation. My dedication and commitment to serve the Talita Komi came from the time that our President Ambassador Tita Develia told me, Nancy, I would like you to be one of our organizer, or you are a part of the organization. We are 5 as the Talita Komi member. So looking to that, nakita ko po yung listahan ni Ma'am. I was so shocked that I cannot just imagine that she chooses me to be one of the 5 members of the Talita Komi. Ma'am, do I deserve to be one of the 5 members of the Talita Komi? Yes, Nancy, it is not your talent, it is not your time, it is not your treasure, but it is your contrite heart. I was so very happy to hear that I was like in heaven to hear that ambassador talking to me, it is your contrite heart. So I was so inspired that I promised to myself to serve the Talita Komi until I am here. So, yung trust ni Ambassador that I am going to be one of the enabler in the Diocese of Caloocan, I really tried myself to really work as an enabler. Up to the extent to go to the Smoky Mountain, just to be sure that all those scholars will be safe and like for example, nagkaroon ng ammonia leak. I was there just to see kung anong nangyari sa mga scholars at ng mga minsan nagkaroon ng mga pagre-raid sa mga lugar nila, which is very risky in that area. But knowing and my promise to Ambassador that I have to be dedicated, I also always do my best. But sometimes she told me, Nancy, are you okay? Yes, ma'am, I'm okay. Kasi nag-aalala rin siya sa akin na lagi akong nagpupunta sa mga lugar na mga medyo dangerous. Kasi po, iniisa-isa ko pong puntahan yung bahay ng mga scholars na sila po ay lahat ay mga biktima ng tukhang. Biktima po sila ng mga drugs-related crime. So talaga po, kung ikwento ko, mahaba po ang buhay ng mga Talita Komi scholars ng Diocese of Caloocan. Napakahaba. Not only about their schooling, extended to the family ang kanila pong problema, which you cannot just ignore it. Hindi natin pwedeng i-ignore because paano sila makakonsentrate sa pag-aaral kung ang kanilang problema ay makikita mo na miserable ang situation nila. So lastly, yung nakaraan lang, nung kinento ko kay Ambassador na isa yung biktima na nabarel, na ang bala ay hindi pa nakuha sa kanyang katawan, na inoperahan, kinento ko lang naman just to make a report to her about what's happening in the Caloocan. Sabi niya, Nancy, I'll give you some help para doon sa pag-opera ng isang biktima na kinuha ang bala sa katawan. Then, ma'am, sabi ko, yung ammonia leak na ganun. Sige, okay, I'll give you another support. So, binigyan po another extra, ano na po yung support ni Ambassador sa mga scholars. So, talaga pong itong ginagawa namin sa Talita Komi ay kakaiba. Especially in Caloocan, dahil iba po ang sitwasyon ng scholars namin sa Caloocan. So, I would like to introduce to you one of the Ining Princess Eunice Damaso, and which is in grade 2, and Jocelyn Garganta of grade 5. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you, Nancy. Our next one is a member of the National Executive Board of MBG. She is also president of the MBG Diocese of San Pablo and also a TK board member and site coordinator of her diocese. She has brought her many gifts: organization, a keen eye for detail, and love for God as manifested in her work and service. Mrs. Helen Malabrigo.
Ako po ay nagagalak na makita ang lahat ng involved sa Talita Kumi Foundation. At ako po ay si Angelina o Helen Malabrigo, President ng Diocese of San Pablo, and at the same time, site coordinator ng Talita Kumi Foundation. Talita Kumi Foundation was made and sent by God to us through Ambassador Henrietta de Villa. The Diocese of San Pablo was very blessed and privileged to receive as one of its recipients the scholarship program, which started in 2017 para sa 10 ining sa Diocese of San Pablo. Tuwang-tuwa po ako nung mapili ang Diocese of San Pablo sapagkat nai-report ko po kasi kay Ma'am Tita na mayroong flagship ang Diocese of San Pablo na ito yung tinatawag naming DPKK na nanggaling sa BEC, na ito po ay ang pagpapalaganap ng pananampalataya. Sabi nga ni Pope Francis ay bring Christ to the peripheries. At ito po yung tinugunan ng aming diocese, na ito pong mga batang ito ay anak ng pamilya na nakatira sa mga laylayan ng lipunan. Kaya ito pong mga batang ito dahil sa kahirapan ay natugunan ng Talita Kumi Foundation. Kaya itong 10 batang ito ay ngayon ay nasa 3 bahagdan ng kanilang pag-aaral. And the Talita Kumi Foundation is now on its 3rd year, supporting all these children, the 30 Talita Kumi scholars sa 3 dioceses ng Pilipinas. At despite of this pandemic crisis, ang mga batang ito ay talagang sinusubaybayan ng kanilang mga love enablers. At sa pamamagitan namin mga site coordinator, sila Sister Nancy, sila Sister Elo, ay tinatawagan namin, kinukumusta ang mga batang ito kasi pandemic, at naisip namin na itong mga batang ito ay posibleng naghihirap. Hirap ang kalooban, hirap ang isipan to cope up with their studies. Kasi iba na yung new system ng education ngayon. Naka-online na sila, nagdidepende na sila ngayon sa online. So minsan walang internet. So ang mga magulang nitong mga to ay bumibili ng load para lang magkaroon ng mobile data. Minsan wala pa nga, hindi na maka-access. So nararamdaman namin lahat ang hirap ng mga batang ito. But despite of these hardships, this pandemic crisis, they were all still able to cope up sa kanilang sitwasyon. At natutuwa ako kasi nung malaman ko, nung humingi po ako ng report grade sa kanila, nakasama ko ngayon si Kathleen Enriquez at saka si Alexa May Tahonera. They got 90% and 92% respectively. Ang tataas ng grade despite of this very hard situation. Kaya masyado po kami na we were very touched pagkat ang Panginoon ay hindi natutulog na andyan siya. Ginagabayan niya ang lahat ng nangangasiwa, mga magulang, mga bata na para dito sa mga batang ito na makaagapay sa kanilang pag-aaral. Kaya sa foundation, maraming salamat, Ma'am Tita, because you spearhead this foundation. Maraming salamat po. And I would like to quote the message of our Bishop Famadico. May the Lord continue to bless the TKPFI and all its members so that with strong determination and motivated by their love for God and the poor, they may continue to help and inspire many poor but deserving young people to lead better lives. This is a noble purpose that responds very well to the call of Pope Francis, bring Christ to the poor in the peripheries. Magandang araw sa lahat.
Sa amin sa Nabotas, ang drug masama. Nakakapatay ang laban sa droga. Marami rin naghirap, napatay. Ang talita kumi, binangon ang pag-asa ko. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Wala akong alam noon, di marunong bumasa, di marunong magdasal. Ngayon I speak English. Thank you, Talita ko. I pray, Hail Mary, full of grace. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, and now at the hour of death. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ay si Lorna C. Ilaw, taga Binakayang Kawit, Cavite, 12 years old at grade 3. Anim kami magkakapatid at ako ay pangalawa. Ipinaabot ko po sa inyo ang taos-pusong pasasalamat ng aking mga magulang na napili ako maging scholar. Sana ito ay maging daan upang umangat ang aming kalagayan sa buhay. Batid ko na sipag, tiyaga at dasal ang kailangan ko upang makaya ko itong lahat. Sana makabalik na ang face-to-face school. Marami pang natutunan at naintindihan, di katulad ngayon na medyo nahihirapan lalo't na maraming pinagkaabalahan sa bahay. Maraming salamat din po sa mga binigay niyong pagkain at bigas. Malaking tulong po ito sa amin. Leslie, sana ipagdasal niyo kaming mga scholar na lahat kami makatapos at maging successful. Maraming salamat po.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat at sa sponsor ko. Pangalan ko po ay Princess Amira P. Araneta, 7 years old. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong lahat. Isa pang pagkakataon sa akin upang magpatuloy ang aking pag-aaral. Maraming salamat po.
Ako po si Alexa May Tonera na nag-aaral po sa Liceo de Pila. Dear Talito Kami Philippines Foundation. Una po sa lahat, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ang member ng Talita Kami po. Lubos na nagpapasalamat sa kabutihang itinulong niyo po sa akin. Malaking tulong po ito sa akin at sa aking pamilya po. Sana po ay marami pa po kayong batang matulungan na kagaya ko. Maraming salamat po. Stay safe po and God bless po sa inyo.
Totalita Kumi Foundation. Ako po si Kathleen Casey Enriquez, Grade 3 St. Peter ng Liceo de Pila, Pila, Laguna. Ako po nagpapasalamat sa inyong suporta sa aming pag-aaral. Kahit nagkaroon po ng pandemya, patuloy pa rin po kayo nagabay sa aming pag-aaral. Maraming pong salamat. God bless.
kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.